Hi everyone, my name is Nat. I am a graduate from Zuitt last June 2 from batch 176, and my background before Zuitt was a virtual assistant, and then before that I was in BPO as a customer service representative for 5 years, and then 2 years in virtual assistants. Initially, I wanted to finish my college with sa IT course, and sadly, due to unfortunate circumstances, hindi ako nakagraduate, and I only finished 1 year. So why did I study web development? It's because times are changing, first of all, and then I was in customer service for 5 years and virtual assistance for 2 years. I realized na it's not for me kasi, I only took those jobs due to my situation back then, few years ago, and I realized it's not really my passion. So I had a good look at myself and sa buhay ko, and then I realized na yun, gusto ko talaga mag-web development kasi initially yun nga, gusto ko mag-IT, programming and stuff, and to be honest, wala akong idea on what to expect about web development. All I know is it's going to allow me to create things and to type things and then create things. And yeah, after trying out a few HTML and CSS courses and JavaScript courses online, so I self-studied for 2 years first. I realized na ayun, so it allows me to create. I found my passion in web development, and so yeah, I decided to study it further. I actually was looking for other options, so I found a few other alternatives sa Zuitt, and actually I was enrolled to a different bootcamp back then, but I did not have a great experience. So coming into Zuitt, I had this impression on my mind na I have a certain expectation na for what a bootcamp should be, I think, for me. So I decided to go with Zuitt kasi upon looking at their website, it seemed na they are full of professionals. They already have an established name sa industry, and also the testimonials helped a lot. And seeing the outline of the course on the website itself really helped me, visualize my expectations and future sa Zuitt if I become a bootcamper back then. So yeah, I chose Zuitt because of how established they are in the industry. Expectations were, it's beginner friendly. Kasi that's what I saw sa ads, Kasi, well, I did have my background of self-studying web development, pero I'm not as confident, at least not as confident as the people who I think ka-level ko. So I would consider still myself beginner that time. So expectations were beginner friendly, like open environment for making mistakes, those things. Those are the main two expectations. So front end, so I'm not really good at memories. Pero as far as I can remember, we were trying to create Capstone 1, so that as far as I remember, our portfolio. So there were a bunch of requirements laid out to us, and my overall experience, I'm saying this because ito yung like main point nung front end course, to create your own portfolio na public facing. So I really had a great time kasi the requirements were clear. Zuitt made sure the requirements they have are discussed before they were even announced to us. So I had a really great time kasi it allowed me to explore creatively kung ano yung designs na gusto ko i-implement sa portfolio ko that time for front end. So great job sa Zuitt kasi clear talaga yung requirements. For back end, I think personally back end is my forte. Kasi I really love monitoring yung logic ng code and all that stuff. So my experience with Zuitt was I really had no idea what to do sa back-end portion ng course. Pero as time went by, I was not disappointed kasi they really answered all my questions. If I had any doubts in my mind after I asked those questions, it's not a problem kasi I can just Google it and I have more background or more information about what I want to know in relation dun sa question ko. So I'm saying this because backend is a bit complicated compared dun sa initial expectation ko. But in the end, so yung API creation ng backend portion was really fun. And although that was the first time na ginamit ko yung Postman app ng API testing nila. And yeah, I had fun with it. I was not disappointed again with Zuitt's requirements because everything is just, all spoon-fed in a way, but in a good way kasi it still allowed me to have my questions, to not know all the answers right away, not overwhelm us with the answers. And then lastly, ito na sa full stack portion. So this is where it all made sense to me kasi coming into Zuitt, I had like zero idea how everything works sa industry level and all that stuff. But after or before going through the full stack capstone, so the capstone 3, it was a great experience. I felt like I can create my own company. So the e-commerce stuff. So yun, it was great. Zuitt let me have that experience na it's all connecting, and thank you for that. It's very customized. Personalized yung curriculum, the way that all the instructors are consistent sa teaching styles nila. I'm pretty sure na every teacher have their own styles. Pero throughout the experience sa Zuitt, this main thing about how helpful everyone was, na every instructors that I had. So the best thing for me about Zuitt is that it's very personalized based sa bootcamper. So after the bootcamp, before the bootcamp, my expectation after graduating is to find a job and to be able to reach yung level ng competence to be hireable as a web developer. So that was my expectation. And then right after graduating, I looked for jobs, and a month after looking for jobs, I got accepted and I got hired as a web developer for the first time. So it was great. I felt like every challenges that I went through were paid off dun nung na-hire ako. So yeah. It's struggling in a good way kasi it with my newfound skills after graduating the bootcamp and then after getting hired as a web developer, I feel more confident kasi I am now struggling on a higher level. Hindi na siya yung struggles ng a new bootcamper or a new aspiring web developer. So struggles na siya ng someone who would like to build a company or a product that people would use and pay for. So right now I'm building something that's going to be used for self-improvement. So product siya na for habit building. So I'm starting off with that, and I'm not sure yet kung kailan ko to malalaunch or something. Pero I feel confident na for being able to build this after Zuitt. So if you are a career shifter like me, no background at all sa web development, kasi I don't consider having a background sa web development throughout my 2 semesters of IT kasi, it's all about that super low level stuff. So basically, non-existent ang knowledge ko sa web development coming into it. And if you are someone who's struggling or have doubts about that, I assure you na if you go with Zuitt, you will come out absolutely confident in building your own products or in getting hireable. Those are for the career shifters and those without web development backgrounds. Doon naman sa may mga background na sa web development or looking for more advanced things sa web development, Zuitt will also be beneficial for you kasi sa dulo kasi ng Zuitt, it allows you to be industry level competent. So if you have a good, background about web development, after Zuitt, you will have an advanced background about it. Yun ang message ko sa inyo. So if you have doubts, just do it. Don't give up.